So this is Saturday morning racing. Well, actually, it's not morning. It's 1 o'clock. They race from 1 o'clock till whenever it finishes. But I hadn't been to a club race on a Saturday in quite a while, and as the first qualifier of it, um, I had set up the buggy a little bit different from the Wednesday night that I just posted yesterday. Wednesday night, it was a real soft and it was a little higher. It was at like 22 and it rolled quite a bit. It rolled all right, but it was a little too much at the end of the straightaway. So I put, um, I changed the shock shafts from um, the regular shock shafts to the chrome plated shock shafts, and then put a little bit thicker fluid into the shocks and lowered it to 19 because Paul was like, "Oh, I run mine at 18 or 19." And I'm like, "All right, I'll try 19." And 19 seemed to be okay. Um, you know, you're able to push it a little more in the corners, which I like. I like being able to do that. But also remove the. I had last time I drove the buggy, I was in mod, so I was had the weighted battery, the weighted electronics plate in there. So I changed it to the carbon fiber electronics plate, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be light. And then I weighed it, and it still weighs 1,550 pounds or grams, and that's super fat. That's like way fatter than I used to drive my buggies at. I know my TLR buggy was somewhere around 1510 to 15 flat. I mean, I try to run my buggies as light as possible because that's the whole point. I mean, I don't understand why guys want to make their cars weigh more than that, but yeah, she's a real fat little buggy there, and so I got to get some titanium turnbuckles and screws and all that kind of stuff to make it a little bit lighter to get it around this track a little bit better. But I think I did all right this qualifier. My first lap was terrible. If you were watching it, I jumped over the pipes into the other lane, and then right there I made a mistake. Those two mistakes are all my own for sure. I mean, those were my, everybody makes some kind of mistake. You try not to, but it just happens. So, but later on in the race, I think I get with another car, and then I mess up coming onto the straight. There were like three of us together, but still, I qualified pretty well this run. I qualified for the A sort for the A resort, so I got to qualify with everybody that qualified well in the first round. In the second round, and then you know that's the whole point of this whole deal is to get better and try and get faster, and I think I'm doing that. Had a good amount of good laps here, but look at that mistake going into the Laguna Seca part of that track, going down the hill, ride the pipe, mess up a little bit, but just trying to push it when I don't have to and get it out of control in those little whoops areas. Should just ride the whoop and then punch it a little bit afterwards and get it into that corner. But, I'm just trying to go faster and faster. So enjoy the rest of this one. qualifier number 2 for Saturday. Um, Richard does a resort, so he puts the better qualifiers with the better qualifiers, things like that, and so they can try and get better times. And so I was put into the A resort. There were three mains, a C, a B, and an A for 21.5. Quite a bit of drivers for 21.5, but I made it through the first lap there, which is surprising without a crash. I was a little bobbly up there, but I mean, I made it through without a crash, which is really surprising for a Mike Blythe first lap. But got going pretty well here after the first lap. I started clipping off some actually 19-second laps, which are pretty quick for me, anyways. Pulling off 19-second laps, so was coming through here and doing really well. And when that happens, you end up, if you're pulling better laps, you end up catching people. So I ended up catching Kevin here, and I liked giving Kevin crap about this because I ended up catching him, and then I had to sit behind him during this race, and it was like, oh man, you slowed me down. And then so I got impatient here as we come around. Kevin's going through the Laguna Seca. Now I am coming onto the straightaway, and so then I make a mistake, and from that point, after that mistake, I was like, because I was having a really good run here with these 21.5s. So there's me passing Kevin, and I make a little mistake here, and Kevin gets back in front of me, and like right there. And so from that point on, I had to follow him around the track. I was like, I tried pushing through there on the turn, had to double, 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 or single, 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 do the triple, and get right back on his rear. And we raced through. But there's certain points where he was faster, like getting up onto that straightaway. Everybody's faster than me. I got to get that big hog of a B6.3 to get going a little bit quicker, I think, to get up onto that straightaway. But through every other part of the track, I was pretty quick. And you'll see here, I'll make a mistake trying to just push it a little too much to get past Kevin. But Kevin and Kyle, his son Kyler is a heck of a driver. He drives for TLR and Trinity, and Rossby is a fellow Rossby driver. And that was my mistake right there, popping into the pipe there. It cost me quite a bit of time. It doesn't seem like it, but it does. And then you try to drive a little bit more aggressive, and you get caught up with other drivers, all that kind of stuff. But I think I make one more mistake throughout the rest of this race, but it takes you from like a 510 ish to some, right there was my second mistake right there. I got it loose coming into the bottom, and then Lee or Les comes up and just uses me as a backstop, and like that was the other mistake, and that was it. That last From that point on, I sort of drive it back a little bit. But instead of coming off like second or third on the grid, I end up coming off fifth for the main, which is all right. But uh, those couple laps were just painful.
Where are you at?
Yeah, where are you standing?
I'm trying to figure out where let's get out of here.
Driver's brake number 7, I need you guys back out of the factory. Driver's brake 7, back out.
Right here. Is that where you want to be? Or do I have to give up my spot for you because you're my friend? Hey, did you make sure?
Dude, you're fine, bro. No, this is where I actually stand. This is where I fucking stand, you
Get in the
baby.
goddamn spot.
No, man, I got to deal with Taylor's radio being out here.
Can you see okay, Mike?
So this is the A main for 21.5. Got a decent start out of it. I think I made a mistake in the first lap, like always, but I'm stuck with it. And I made a mistake. Well, I don't even know how my car flipped in the bowl, but it did. And that from that point on, I was pretty much done. But I got to race some with Paul and had a good time. It was fun. I'm gonna leave the the audio from the race up so you guys can listen to it because it is pretty funny. We do have a good time when we're up there, uh, and that's what it's all about. Is just trying to have some fun. You aren't winning any trophies or anything, and you just want to take it easy and not get too angry when you're up there. And I think we display that, even though we weren't having the best of races. I think we both finished like 9th and 10th out of this whole deal. But we had a good time doing it. And that's the whole point of it, is to just get up there, represent this hobby and everything as best we can. And I think we did it in this race. So enjoy the rest of this race.
What the fuck did I hit?
I don't know, but I just passed you.
It is Anthony Runfire leading out. Cornwell into 2. Like they head into 3. Anderson, Weir, Blythe, Marquez, Tyson. You're here right now. Anthony Runfire working his way up the hill, downhill. Lining up the tabletop down the middle. Down the middle you go. And that 2 is going to be Cornwell. Not that far off the back door. Cornwell and Runfire. 2 third seconds to track and go. That's going to be Bayette in 3. Blythe in the 4th. Watch out front, drivers. Watch out front. It is right now your leader is going to be Anthony Runfire. Working his way in front of drivers in right now. The all red, the yellow wheel. In that 2 spot is going to be the white, yellow, and black of Cornwell. Not that far off the back door. They're both working in the same straightaway right now. In that 3 spot is going to be Les Anderson. Off the straightaway, Bayette in the 4. Looks like we're now popping up into the top 5. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Working through the center section of the track right now. That is Anderson. Bayette and
Sorry, Paul.
All right.
we're a little bit of rough opening lap. Starting to put the laps together right now. In the roll up section they go. Then it's Marquez and Tyler go down to 7th and 8th. Mike Cowher, you'll have leader work with you. Richard Finn, you'll have second work with you soon enough.
Thank you, Mike.
Enjoy your life. Thank you very much, BP. With 3 minutes in, 2 to go. 3 in, 2 to go. We're starting to work up on the back door of Bayette. 2 roll section they go. Anderson in the 3. Bayette in the 4. Bayette getting it wrong.
Go, Bayette.
We're in Bayette coming along side by side. We're going to rip down the fairway. They are covered by less than a second. We're to the inside. Not able to capitalize right there with 3:15 in, 1:45 to go. It is Les Anderson in the 3. Back up front in the center section of the track right now. It's going to be Anthony Runfire leading out. Double. In that 2 spot, Cornwell double.
Oh, my God.
In the 3, it's going to be Watson.
Oh, shit, I couldn't see you. Go, go, go.
Guys can't even fucking get out there and get it. It's not their fault, Paul. Yes, it is.
Go, race number 9. 17.5, you will get next.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Come on, go. I don't have all day waiting on you.
Dude, oh, you fucking...
With Runfire leading out. Watch for the dark lane. Watch for the dark lane. Watch on the front straightaway. Watch out for straightaway. Thank you.
Woo!
Clear. Runfire on top. Right off the end of straightaway. Cornwell off the end of straightaway.
Oh, my God.
Watch the ball turn. Watch the ball turn. Go high. Go high. Go high.
You gotta have a way too much fun up there.
4:15 and 45 seconds to go.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go.
Why not leading out?
Oh no! Oh shoot, I can't get you now.
Marquez, Weir, Blythe, Britton, and Cowler round out by top 10.
What place is Cornwell in?
There's your leader, 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, I just passed it. Sorry.
In 2. That'll be leader right there with you, Lansing, coming up. In 3 is going to be Les Anderson. Right by the front. He's got a pretty good lead over Tyler now. In the 4 man.
There's Mike. I can't let Mike beat me.
You braked! You braked so hard at the end of that. So,
Marshall there.
oh no! Oh no! Come on, you can beat me.
Anderson, you are done. Cowler, you are done.
Trying to get out of Bayette's way.
Blythe, you are done.
Oh, I'm done? Oh! Oh shoot.
Why not? You are done.
That was fun. Oh shoot.
Go ahead.